Hello and welcome students. In the last video lecture I had explained you question number 5 and 7 of section F of exercise 3. That was the new topic that we had done, that was coefficient of determination. We had also done the practical sum of coefficient of determination, that is question number 5 of section F, in the last video lecture. Now in this video lecture I am going to take few of the typical sums of exercise 3. For that I have chosen section D, question number 10 and question number 12. Today we are going to learn these two questions, do the practical solution of these two questions. Before that, I want to clarify the weightage of this chapter in the board examination. In the board examination, this chapter weights 12 marks. So it's very important chapter. You cannot neglect any of the part of it. In section A, that is MCQ, 1 mark question would be asked from this chapter. Section B also 1 mark question from this chapter. Section C, 2 marks questions, in that 1 question would be asked of this chapter. Section D, that is of 3 marks each question, 1 question from this chapter. And in section F, that is of 5 marks, 1 question is asked from this chapter. So total you can see, that is section A 1 marks, section B 1 marks, section C, that is of 2 marks each. So 1 question from this chapter, that is chapter number 3. And section D, that is each question of 3 marks, 1 question will be asked from this chapter, so 3 marks. And section F, that is 5 marks each, so 1 question of 5 marks will be asked from this chapter. So total 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 2 12. So total weightage of this chapter, that is of 12 marks. Only in section E the question is not asked from this chapter, otherwise in the entire paper in each section question is asked from this chapter. So you have to be very careful. We have to do all the sums, whether they are long sums or bigger one. So at present I am taking few of the typical sums of exercise 3. That type of sums we have not done in exercise 3.1 and 3.2. So let's move on with it. That is on page number 152 of your textbook, that is section D, question number 10. If the regression line of y on x is y cap is equal to 11 plus 3x and sx is to sy is equal to 3 is to 10. Find the coefficient of determination. Already we had understood what is the formula of coefficient of determination and what is the meaning of coefficient of determination. That practical sums also and the theory part also I explained you in the last video lecture. If you have not revised, do revise from the last video lecture. Now we have to find the coefficient of determination from the data that has been given to you over here. You can see on the board I have written already whatever the data that has been given to you in the question. That is y cap is equal to 11 plus 3x and sx is to sy is equal to 3 is to 10. These two data have been given to you in the question and you have to find, that is capital R square. Capital R square, that stands for coefficient of determination. Okay, so we have to find capital R square over here. Now y cap is equal to 11 plus 3x. 11 plus 3x means 11 plus 3x means you are knowing the formula of y cap, that is y cap is equal to a plus bx. Yes or no? So y cap is equal to a plus bx. So a would be 11 and b, that would be 3. So what would be the value of b over here? That is b is equal to 3 over here. You can see also I have written over here, that is y cap is equal to 11 plus 3x. So b is equal to 3. Now how this b came, that I have explained over here. That is y cap, that is estimated value of y. You are knowing the symbolic representation of y, that is y cap is equal to a plus bx. So in place of a, that would be 11, and in place of b value, that would be 3. So over here b value we have found out, that is 3. Now after getting the value of b, it has been given in the question, that is sx is to sy is equal to 3 is to 10. So what would be the value of sx? That would be 3, and sy, that would be 10. So 3 data from the question you can get it, that is the value of b, value of sx and value of sy. Now the new formula that you are knowing, that is b is equal to r into sy upon sx. What we have to find over here, students? That is coefficient of determination. Now what is the formula of coefficient of determination? That is capital R square is equal to small r square. Small r square means correlation coefficient. That is denoted by r. R square, it means correlation coefficient square, that would through that formula we'll be getting coefficient of determination. Okay, so by this formula we'll be able to find the value of r, and after finding the value of r we have to do the square of it, then we will get the value of coefficient of determination. Okay, so we have to first of all apply this formula, that is b is equal to r into sy upon sx. We have got all the three values, that is the value of b, we have got the value of sy, we have got the value of sx, but we have to find the value of r. So you can see we have put, first we have put the value as it is, that is in place of b that I have put 3 is equal to r into value of sy that we have found out, that is 10, and value of sx, that is 3. Now doing the cross multiplication in order to separate r, so to find the value of r is equal to cross multiplication, so 3 into 3 divided by 10. So 3 into 3, that would be 9, 9 by 10, so value of r, that would be 0.9. Students, again revising, always the value of correlation coefficient will be less than 1. Okay, so here the value of r, that came to 0.9. Now after getting the value of 0.9, it is very easy to find the value of coefficient of determination, that is capital R square. You are knowing the formula, that is capital R square is equal to small r square. It means square of correlation coefficient. Okay, so 0.9 square you will be doing, then you will be getting 0.81. So this is very short and easy sum, but first of all you should understand which formula has to be applied in order to reach over here to find the value of r square. Okay, so first of all you have to decide, you should get the intuition in the examination that which formula has to be applied in which type of sum, depends upon the data that has been given to you. So the sum is very much clear, that the value of capital R square, that comes to 0.81. This was the only thing that we have to find in this sum. Now moving on to the next question that I have chosen, that is question number 12 of the same exercise and same section D on the same page, that is page number 152. First of all, let us read the question number 12. If byx is equal to 0.8, then find the value of bvu for the following u and v. Now byx value has been given to you. You can see on the question, 12th question I have written, that is value of byx that is given to you, that is 0.8. okay, and you have to find the value of bvu. Three different conditions are given to you of u and v, and on that three different conditions you have to find the value of bvu. Depends, the value of bvu would differ according to the conditions of u and v. Okay, so now the first condition that has been given to you, that is x minus, you can see first condition that I have written over here, u is equal to x minus 105, that is given to you. Now x minus 8 would be u is equal to x minus 100. So what would be 105? That is the value of a. We are already doing in the bigger sums we are done, that is we were taking u is equal to x minus a, and in place of v that we are taking as y minus b. So over here the same thing, it is given to you in the question, that is u is equal to x minus 105. So x minus 8 would be 105 means a. So x minus a. In the same way it is given v is equal to y minus 90, that is given to you. So v is equal to y minus b it would be, because already we are knowing we are taking the assumed mean, that is a shortcut method, in that we are applying this formula, that is to find u we were doing x minus a, and to find v we were doing y minus b. Okay, so byx value is given to you 0.8. So bvu is equal to byx. So whatever is the value of byx, that same value would come of bvu, that is 0.8. So over here we have to find the value of bvu in three different conditions of u and v. So in the first condition, whatever the value of byx, same value would come of bvu, that is 0.8. Now moving on to the second condition, you can see the two things that have been given in the question, that is u is equal to x minus 1400 upon 100. Now students, you are knowing when we are dividing, then here it would come x minus a upon cx. This also we have studied when we were finding, or we were making the values of x smaller. To make the values of x smaller, we were dividing by cx. We were dividing with the multiples. Over here x minus a upon cx. So cx value would be 100 over here. X minus A. So A value that would be 1400 and Cx that would come to 100. Okay. Now the next question, next value that has been given in the question, that is V is equal to Y minus 750 upon 50. Okay. So Y minus B upon Cy, right? So B value that would be 750 and Cy value that would come to 50. So over here you can see I have written Cy is equal to 50. Now after getting the value of Cx and Cy, you are knowing the formula, that is Byx is equal to Bvu into Cy upon Cx. If you are not knowing, then do remember this formula. It is very important for short sums. That is Byx is equal to Bvu into Cyx. Till now we have done bigger sums. You are very much familiar with the formulas whichever has to be applied in case of bigger sums. But in case of smaller sums, which formula has to be applied according to the data to be given, that is to be remembered. So this is a very important formula, that is Byx is equal to Bvu into Cyx. Over here you can see the value of Byx that has been given to you, that is 0.8. We have to find the value of Bvu. Cy and Cx. Cy value we have found out, that is 50, and Cx value that we have found out as 100. So now we can do easily the calculation. Now we have to find out Bvu. So separating Bvu is equal to cross multiplication. So Byx into Cx upon Cy. It will be denominator will become numerator and numerator will become denominator, because we are doing cross multiplication in order to separate Bvu. Okay, so Bvu is equal to Byx into Cx upon Cy. Okay, so Byx value that has been given in the question, that is 0.8 into Cx value already we have found out, that is 100, and Cy value also we have found out, that is 50. Okay, so by calculating this dividing and multiplication, here 0 will be cancelled, 5 1s are 5 2s are, so 0.8 into 2, it would come to 1.6. Okay, so we have got the value of Bvu according to the second condition of U and V. That is value of Bvu that came to 1.6. Okay, now in the first, again revising that in the first condition the value was coming the same, that is Byx is equal to Bvu, that is coming same value, that is 0.8. Over here Cx and Cy are coming, so we have to apply the formula over here. So remember this formula, that is Byx is equal to Bvu into Cy upon Cx, or another formula, that is doing the cross multiplication in order to find the value of Bvu. Bvu is equal to Byx into Cx upon Cy. So this formula has to be applied in order to find the value of Bvu, that came to 1.6. Now the third condition that has been given to you of U and V, that you can see, that is U is equal to 10 into bracket x minus 4.6. Okay. Now over here you are knowing x minus a upon Cx. Generally U is equal to x minus a upon Cx, but over here it is given in multiplication. So to find Cx, we have, when we'll bring it in denominator, it will become 1 by 10. Over here in question it is given to you in multiplication by 10. But when you will find the value of Cx, that is x minus a upon Cx you will be doing, then it would become x minus 4.6 upon 1 by 10. I mean in case of multiplication, when you will bring it in denominator, it would become 1 by 10. Okay, so x minus 4.6 divided by 1 by 10. So what would come the value of Cx? That is 1 by 10, because we have to find the value of Cx and Cy. If we are getting the value of Cx and Cy, then easily we can find the value of Bvu. Okay, now in same way that is given in the question, that is V. V is equal to y minus 75. No any bracket or in multiplication any value is given. So y minus v upon Cy. Cy value is given nothing. So as it is, Cy is equal to 1. Okay. Again Cx that is given in multiplication over here. So by putting it in denominator, it would become 1 by 10. So Cx value that is coming to 1 by 10. And over here there is no any value of Cy. So just we have written as 1. Okay. Now again the same formula has to be applied as we had applied in the second step, or the second type of data. That is Bvu. Directly now I am placing Bvu is equal to Byx into Cx upon Cy. Okay, so Bvu is equal to Byx, that is already given in the question, that is 0.8. 0.8 into Cx value that is that we have found out, that is 1 by 10, and upon Cy value that is 1. So 1 by 10 upon 1. So 0.8 into 1 by 10. By dividing 0.8 divide by 10, you will get the value that is 0.08. So in this sum, this was a different sum from the totally different sum from the sums we have done till now. That is, we have to find the value of u and v. That we have to find the value of BVU when three different conditions are given of u and v. So how to find the value of BVU from the three different conditions of u and v that we had learned. So it was a typical and different sum from the sums that we had done till now. Okay, so students, revise these two sums again from the video lecture. If any doubt or queries, you can feel free to ask me through messages. Till then, keep practicing. Goodbye. Stay blessed.